Hello, Mr. Orban. It's a bit cold up here on the moon, isn't it?
Oh, Mr. Clues, it's very cold. I don't think NASA's prepared as well enough for this trip.
I know, I think. I tell you, I thought the sun being close to us would be okay, but I tell you one thing, it's not that warm up here, is it?
Well, we're not going to be needing that sun cream I brought, are we?
I'm factor 35, I am. I've got delicate skin, me.
Well, yeah, maybe on top. Maybe on top. I get a little bit burnt.
All that sunspot out there, yeah. Anyway, I'm sure they want the answers to the challenge they just done. So shall we run through them?
Let's go for it.
The most important item that we've got were the 250k oxygen tanks, weren't they? And why was that?
Well, the great thing about being here up on the moon as cold as it is, with gravity not having a big enough effect, those 50kg oxygen tanks actually weigh 8 kilograms. And guys, right now, what are you all breathing? Without it, you're not going to survive for very long, are you?
There is that song, you're the air that I breathe, aren't you? But there ain't much air up here to breathe, is there?
So you need those oxygen tanks. It's actually #1 priority.
So number 2, what we certainly needed was gallons of water. We needed 5 gallons of water because they recommend that we have 5 gallons. Why is that?
Well, you got to think as well, we're traveling 200 miles to that big mother ship. We want everyone to survive. It's going to be getting very strenuous and we need to replace any liquid that we lose. So we need something to drink to get us all the way.
And number 3, now look at that, looking out there.
Oh, wow.
We don't know where we're going. It's the stellar map. It's so we can get there. But without the stellar map, we've got a problem. Why is that?
Well, you've heard of Google Maps, now you've heard of the stellar map. If you want to get to the mothership, you've got to know where you're going.
Somewhere over there, I think. Somewhere over there.
No, mate, I think you're a little bit off. I think it's that way, sir. I think it's that way. This is why we need the map. This is why we need a map so we know where we're going.
Number 4, so the most important thing for you especially to bulk up, isn't it? Keep yourself going around here. Food concentrates. You've got to bulk yourself up.
You've got to keep eating, you've got to have your nutrients. We want to get to that mothership.
Yeah, it's a long walk over there. Oh, that way, I'm not sure.
It's that way. Which way?
I'm not sure. We're the best explorers ever, we are, aren't we?
Christopher Columbus? BeeBusinessBee.
Didn't he sail the world?
Maybe, yeah.
I'm sure he did. The Wright brothers flew to the moon. No, they didn't. That was NASA, wasn't it? Anyway,
NASA.
Somebody flew to the moon. Okay, number 5. The solar-powered FM transmitter receiver. And that's not so you can listen to Kistery and dance away.
Well, maybe a little bit of Signal 1, Amanda for Blinds.
Amanda for Blinds. Amanda for Blinds. A choice and price, we're one of a kind. Other blind manufacturers available, but not as needed here anyway. Mr. Harvey, explain why.
One of the reasons why the transmitter is great for you is when you're getting close to that mothership and you've got a clear line of sight, you can start to call for help so they can come out and rescue you.
But why do we need that solar power? Because it's close to the
sun. Solar panel is going to be energised by this big sun here.
Well, somewhere there. All right, calm down. The excitement level's getting too high. Number 6, we need 15 metres of nylon rope, and that's not so I can tie you up when you get too excited.
50 Shades of Mr. Clues, or it's so you can get down those cliffs, or if someone gets injured, you can tie it up and make sure they are safe.
Number 7, the most important thing, high priority on a risk assessment, the first aid kit, including the injection needle. And
well, if you look at NASA, all their spacesuits are specifically made so you can still use first aid equipment like penicillin and things like that, so you can still treat people with first aid.
Would you like me to inject you later?
Yeah, please.
You better know for you. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Harvey. We know where that needle needs to go. Number 8, the parachute silk. Now, why do we need that? It's a strange one, isn't it?
Well, sometimes the moon has obviously got 2 sides. We've got the dark side, where it's very cold, where, you know, over here somewhere, and then we've got the bright side, where the sun's rays, which are really, really close to us, are shining down on us, and that parachute can give us some protection from the sun's rays so we can stay cool and we can make it to our end goal of that mothership.
Now, number 9 sounds a bit strange, but we packed this just in case, haven't we? Not because we're going to a festival, not because we want nowhere to go, but it is the self-inflating life raft. And you may be thinking,
why? Well, one of the reasons why the self-inflating life raft can give you some propulsion. It can give you some movement, because gravity is not very, I don't know what the word is.
I'm floating.
We're floating. So that can give you that little bit of propulsion, just to get you a little bit close to your destination.
Now, number 10, what we packed in our little kit was our signal flares. Now, why do we pack our signal flares?
Well, when we're getting close to that mothership, you want to call for help, you want to signal anything you can to get them out to you sooner, yeah?
Where is the mothership at the moment? Is it somewhere up there somewhere?
I'm still convinced it's this way.
I think it's that way.
Left.
I think it's that way. I think we're going that way. Anyway, number 11, the thing that we've obviously got to take with us is our 2 .45 caliber pistols. And why are we taking pistols? It's not to shoot me when I get too excited neither.
Or to shoot any Martians. They might be out there somewhere. But again,
UFOs
like
don't exist, do they?
Life Raft, that is again for propulsion to keep us moving.
Now, of course, my personal favourite is we've taken, in number 12, 1 case of dehydrated milk. And why are we taking dehydrated milk?
Again, food, you need nutrients, you need energy to keep you going. Concentrated milk, it's lightweight, you're on the moon, less gravity, take it with you, keep yourself going.
Number 13 is really handy. In fact, I would prioritise at number 1 at the moment. We have got a portable heating unit. And why is it number 13?
It's not that important unless you are on the dark side of the moon.
Where we are now.
Yeah, where we are now. So maybe 13 should be a little bit higher on our list. But for the purposes of this, it's 13. It is one of the least ones you need. Yeah.
Number 14 is probably where we're going wrong, and why I'm convinced we're going that way, and you're convinced we're going that way. The magnetic compass. And why is it not working for us?
Because the moon is not polarised, so it does not work. You could not find anywhere to go. Put it down, leave it. It's that way.
Trust
your instincts.
It's that way.
Don't trust the compass or Mr. Clues. It's that way.
I do orienteering, it's definitely that way.
Is this a face you can trust? No, it's not.
Anyway, last but not least, the most useless thing you can take with you is a box of matches. And why is that? Not because you smoke or you're a non-smoker. What's the reason why?
What 3 things does matches need? Does fire need actually? It needs fuel.
It needs...
and it needs
oxygen.
Hey! Without those 3 things, you cannot have fire. What do we not have on the moon? Because you've got to have it in tanks. Oxygen.
And obviously, you cannot ignite oxygen tanks. That's dangerous. You must have seen that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's a very foolish thing to do.
We want you to survive.
Yes, don't try that. And obviously, that is how we're surviving on the moon. And now I think it's time to head off to that mothership. So I'm going to go that way. And I assume you're going to go that way, and we'll meet back up again.
See you on the other side.
I'll see you on the other side of the moon.